What's up, guys? It's KingDaddyDMAC, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. That's right. How's everyone doing today? I hope you're doing well, because I'm doing absolutely phenomenal. I have so many fun things planned for us for today, and continuations of last time where we finally got our Elytra. Yeah, we got lots of cool stuff. Let's go check it out. Also want to show you different odds and ends, bits and bobs that I've been working on around the base. It is so incredibly cool. Just to check it out, last time we went to the end, we went to an end city, and we got ourselves beautiful Elytra. We've got it enchanted with mending and unbreaking, so it will last longer and we can repair it. We also have loads of other goodies that we got to put away. We got a smithing template, our very first one of the season. This particular one, I think, is just like a decorative design, so not super important, and it's pretty expensive, so we're not going to focus on that just yet. But we also now have our shulker shells, which we've already made a couple of the boxes, but let's go ahead and make a bunch more. Awesome. And let's see here. What do I have dyes? We got to dye these up because they all look the same. And if we're going to use these in our ender chests, we absolutely need to have them colored up. I think I put some, oh my goodness. All right, let's get them all set out so that we can start to get them colored up. All right, so we got a blue one. Let's do light blue. Very cool. Let's do a green one. Let's do a light green one. Very nice. Let's do a red one. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm liking it. And let's see. How many others do we have? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more to go. All right, cool. Let's grab a couple more dyes and put away. Now, you may notice one of the things that I've been working on, I redid my storage. It's still not our final redo of storage because eventually I want to have automated storage for everything. But you may remember we had all of our chests go side to side. You didn't used to be able to set chests like this, double chests side by side. Now you can. So yeah, I more than doubled my storage by doing this. Also, we got all of our fruit, which I stuck in here. Why don't we use this as our ender storage for now, for all the extra things. We got to find a place to put our dragon head as well. That can be set down in the world, which is super awesome. So all that we have left in here is our Elytra and fireworks, which also brings me to another thing. We have to get our gunpowder farms up and running. That is going to be very important for us. All right. So, you know what? Let's test this just so I can find out. Let's take a torch, throw a bunch of torches in there. All right. Now when I pick it up, it'll say there's torches in there. If I go and add the color, okay. I was just checking because, you know, it would change its like item ID, I assume. So I was a little nervous, but you know what? That definitely makes me feel more comfortable for the final two. All right, cool. So we've got orange. And then brings me to these ones. I have been a busy bee with my enchanting, and we now have pretty much all of the different tools and everything that I could ever want to use enchanted. More coming. I still have a couple more, but this is what I really worked on. We now have projectile protection with all the goodies. We have blast protection with all the other goodies. Fire protection. Remember I showed you this in the last episode that I was gonna do? Well, I finally got it done. Protection done. We've got a couple of new swords. I have Zombie's Bane. We did Wither's Bane before. I have Dragon's Breath. This is a sharpness with fire aspect, which my other sharpness does not have, which was Excalibur, the very first one that we did. Not fire protection, fire aspect. We have a Bane of the Arthropods 5 done. We have the second backup Diamond Pro. We have our shields, pew pew, endless arrows, and then this one's kind of a gag one. We've got the Louis Vuitton set of armor. So pretty cool, because you know it kind of looks like it. I don't know. It depends how old you guys are to know this stuff, but it looks like the design of Louis Vuitton. I thought it was just kind of silly. So very cool. Anyway, that will be for just fun around the base armor. Let's get that all put away. Anyway, we can get these recolored up. I'm probably going to actually want the blue to designate, I think, the armor, because for now that's kind of like diamonds, right? So maybe we'll swap this one up. The blues will be the tools and armor. So it ends up I got to redo them anyway. But, yeah, pretty cool. So I'll get those all colored up and done. Next up. All right, so, and colors. Yellow and black is what I have left. Let's just go ahead and color these so I can get rid of those out of my pocket. And bada boom. Bada boom. All right, cool. They're all there, and bada boom. So now we have all the different colors, and this way it will be a lot easier to see what the heck they are when they're in the ender chest. So can they all fit all the different colors now? And beautiful and room to spare. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so this then brings me to the gunpowder. Where are we going to get this stuff? We already do have a farm for it, which I actually have been working on and actually already have fixed, so we don't have to waste a whole episode. This is our hostile mob system and is over this way, and boom. It should all be working. Now, it is not the most efficient of hostile mob farms. It's also located a far enough distance away from the base that it's not really running consistently at its full capacity. So we are going to have to probably build a new one over closer to the base. But as you can see, look at that. We got spiders, creepers coming on in. And on the top part, all I did, it was super easy fix on the top part. Believe it or not, when we made this, hoppers didn't exist yet. So I've got hoppers added in. I added in this little guy here, just because before, remember, there was just a button that was sitting. And, you know, baby zombies and stuff didn't exist yet. So this right here will prevent the baby zombies from being able to get out. And then a couple of mobs actually... This might be one of them. Yeah, look at that. The zombies and the babies, they will actually, now they sink. They used to float. Now they sink. And I had to add in some magma cubes, which I probably should add a couple of more of them in to probably all those bottom slots. Just for also, witches are the only thing that can clog this up, because witches can pretty much stay alive indefinitely in the lava. I have gotten a few of them, as you can see from the redstone, the spider eyes, and the glass bottles, but they can survive a long time. So possibly by adding the magma cubes, I don't know if that would assist, but otherwise not much else I can do, but that's okay. They'll despawn if they clog things up. I also had to move the water up to a higher level here. I brought source blocks up all the way to the top, and that's for the spiders, because before it only went to here, and the spiders would get stuck there. So that pretty much fixes the top. I had to make it complete water source blocks, which was super easy using the kelp. And then comes the changes to down below. I'll just tell you what they are, or show you what they are really quickly. It's nothing too major. Let's go ahead and swap this. All right, coming on down. Now, I also spent, and I did this a while ago. If you did any of the world downloads, you would have noticed. This was one of the first things that I put in, but I completely decked this out in the new tinted glass, so I could actually see what's going on. Now, for the farm here, it used to be the signs and then the checkerboards of water to air going up, because all mobs used to float. That's not the case now. Skeletons and zombies tend to sink. So anyway, all I had to do was throw in some soul sand. Super, super easy fix. That's why I'm not even bothering doing it for a video. I didn't want to waste the time. Just put soul sand on the bottom, and then we had to do the whole, the fence post so that the water streams better meet the water going up. So that's pretty much all I did. Now, it's not perfect because this is a 4-way mob evader going up. You're unable to do that extra, when you have the single one going up, you'd have the one piece of water. So the mobs coming in this way, you'd have the soul sand here. You dig out one here in the second block so that it would kind of suck them in. It would give a stream of water a direction to pull them in a little bit. Cannot do that with this system. Unfortunately, it's kind of sad. Not the most efficient anymore. Because normally for this going in this way, on the opposite side, you'd have the water streams going. But you can't do that because you have another thing coming in this way, and it would push them away. So for now, the limitation of this mob farm is that you'll get a mob right to the edge, but then you have to wait for the next mob to push it in. So if any of you do know of a fix for a 4-way mob evader, because you guys actually helped me out to know there was a fix for the 1x1, mob evader, but for a 4-block one coming in from all directions, is there any full fix? But for most cases, you'd probably just make a different design of mob farm. It's just such a shame because this is such a beautiful one and our very first one from the initial season. So anyway, that's this fixed, and it does still work, and it works best with creepers. So we should be loading up. However, like I said, the fact that this is more or less an AFK farm, it's nice to have it closer to the base so that we can actually work on it, or, it's collecting stuff constantly. So that's one of the biggest things. So I think we're going to have to work on a new one into the future, and possibly spiders can jam it up too until we get armadillos added in. But anyway, for the most part, it's working pretty well. And let's grab as much gunpowder from over here as we can. And the witch farm, too, into the future, once we get that fixed, that will absolutely help, too. But the only issue is there's no, good witch. Our witch farm's pretty far away. So it's not going to be something that we'll be using, constantly. We'll actually get way more gunpowder if we just have another hostile mob system over by the base place. So something to look forward to into the future. I've already started working on designs, but that brings me to what I wanted to show you guys for today. The special secret little project that I have been working on over at the base. I talked about it a little bit, and you may have noticed it's been here for probably almost a week now. You see all the copper? Yeah, you may have noticed it, you may not have, but I'm starting to have copper all, around the base. And how am I getting this copper? It's like, what are you doing, Dmac? Are you cheating this in? No, of course not. I don't cheat in this world. This is our survival world. And I've been getting all this copper coming down. You like this little hallway? Yep, coming on down through here. Check this beauty out. This, guys, is our new drowned farm. I ended up coming across I was digging out all the different directions just for future projects in, being bored. I was digging out and just going around, and I ended up coming into a little cave system, and I found a zombie spawner. Yeah, just right here. And, we already have a zombie spawner that's even closer to the center of our base. So I was like, you know what? I'm bored. I just want to kind of mess around with it. So, I've done these a million times in videos. I wanted to see about seeing if I could convert these to be converted into drowns, which I had never played around with before. So with this system right here, and there's a cave system all around this. But anyway, with this, I just have them, dropping down, going into a water stream. And then as long as we push them past this block right here, any guys this far over doesn't obstruct the spawning maximum that's from the spawner. So I have these guys going over to a water stream, which comes up to here. And then this was the fun part, and what I've been kind of tinkering around with. I'm still not done with it, but as they come up here, they get dropped in to this little pool of water. And as you can see, we got drowns right there. Let's go ahead and sleep real quick because it is nighttime and drowns act differently during the day or the night. And this was kind of fun trying to figure out. Now, my objective with this was I wanted to make a system where the drowns would take as close to I could to a one-shot hit to defeat them. Of course, they have armors and everything like that, so you're never going to get it perfect. That's why I made this new Zombie Bane sword, specifically for this drowned farm and also for hunting withers and stuff. But anyway, I wanted to get it so that they'd be a one-shot. And pretty much with this farm, you're just farming for copper. Now, there are way better drowned farms, and we will work on to one into the future because we definitely want to get tridents. And if we want to get those, the most efficient way is through the wild spawned drowns, which this farm, unfortunately, does not get the tridents or the nautilus shells. But that's okay. It gets copper like crazy. I've been getting so much copper from this farm, and I've actually been using it as, kind of an AFK farm, but this is how I've been able to do all the decorating. And you can see I've had these items in for a while now, but I think it is beautiful and also a little farm just for ha-has of getting all the different types of armor. I'm going to end up, once I fill these chests, just smelting this stuff. But you may know this is not the fastest way of getting this stuff, but it's a fun little farm to have at the base and to be able to get copper and get XP at the same time. So I spent a lot of time decorating. You can see I incorporated, since the last episode, the new little ender rod things that work as lighting. It's pretty cool. But anyway, it's been really fun. I have not looked up anything about other people making drowned farms as of yet. I wanted to really, sometimes with Minecraft, it's really fun to try and figure stuff out yourself without just looking at what everyone else is doing. And when you do that, sometimes you come up with, unique and interesting things that if you just looked up how to do it, you wouldn't necessarily ever even consider or think about. So I think it's really important with all games that you do that, at least games like this. So anyway, currently this is my system and I've been tinkering around with it a lot. I found that it is very interesting how the mechanics of drowned work, and that zombies, so they now sink and they go down, but then the drowns, they have two different stages, how they act during the day and how they act at night. And that's different, and that makes it a little difficult. But anyway, how this system works, it should work for whether it is day or night, although it differs a little bit. But there's a neat little mechanic where drowned, when they do their conversion, they get a little hop, a little jump happens, and when they pop. And when that happens, they are able to get pushed up over this block here. It's not a 100% thing, but we'll see if we can actually witness it. Now, sometimes guys get through that aren't drowned. See right there how he kind of popped up and then he got shot over? Isn't that neat? Now, unfortunately, he's pushing the other zombies too, and I'm still working on this system because it's really hard to figure out if I make it so that, because see, a lot of drowns get stuck in here. If I make it too easy for them to get out, it increases the rate of normal zombies that are also able to escape. And that is not what we want to have happen. So I've been messing around with the water streams quite a bit. And you can see how that happened right there. And then he gets shot over. It's kind of neat. But like I said, if I make it easier for them to get out, that ends up making way too many zombies be able to get out. But then as I make it, you know, if I wanted to make it near 100% only drowned go in, you end up having situations where way too many guys get stuck and it ends up not being super efficient. So right now I have it's probably between 90-95%, you know, drowns. Again, it ranges. Right here, it looks like it's probably only like 70%, but we had a few sneakers that got by. Again, this is an AFK farm, and you just kind of sit back. I have it wider, just so that, you know, I'm not hitting that entity cap of too many guys in one block, and then it starts to damage them. But the other interesting thing about the drowns versus the zombies is you might say, why don't you just wait till they fall in, then just add water at their head block? And again, for drowned, if there's a zombie that has its head submerged in water for 30 seconds, it starts to turn into a drowned, and then can take, I think, up to another 15 seconds for that, you know, that change to occur before they turn into a drowned. Now, once they turn into a drowned, they get all their health back. So any zombie that could be even at half a heart, as soon as they turn into a drowned, full health again. So that's what makes it a little more difficult, because you got to wait to do the fall until after they turn into a drowned. And I wanted to make this also, you could set it up with redstone and clocks and different things like that. I wanted to make it as simple as possible, not have to use redstone, which, you know, I may tinker with into the future. But for now, as you can see, it ends up working out pretty well. You may also see I have different water streams that are going, and this is based on whether it's daytime or nighttime. Once it turns nighttime, once the sun goes down, all the drowned are going to start swimming, whereas the zombies still stay stuck at the bottom. And that's where all these guys that get all the drowns that are stuck in here, once it turns nighttime, they're going to kind of swim up, and then they're going to get caught in that water stream and get pushed over. However, it's not as flawless, because drowned can swim in water streams and against them, like, very well. But it ends up working out pretty well. I've already found I need to make some adjustments on this farm. The best is for this top water stream, if you just have water going and it drops one and one and one and one all the way down, and you may be able to see, it's almost like a half drop, but you may see it drops a little too sharply there, and I do get some guys caught up. But for the most part, it's been working out well, and I've been having a blast with this, both with the decorating and, you know, XP, and then, of course, the copper. There's probably way better farms for getting copper than this bad boy. But like I said, it's been a fun little project to work on, and I wish you could get tridents this way. But yeah, if you ever find a zombie spawner, it's pretty fun to play with. Once I have the finalized version finished, I'll probably do a little tutorial on it. I'll probably at that point look to see what other people have done to see if my design's been used, or if it's something totally new, and then we can do a tutorial on it. But anyway, I think this is pretty cool. Why don't I want to wait till nighttime. It's about to turn nighttime, and then we can see the change that happens. But concerning this, there's a fun little project that I wanted to work on today. So why don't we do a quick little time lapse of this farm just for a little bit, and then we'll start working on the project. Pretty cool, right? Let's see, how we doing? Oh, the clock, it's ticking all around. Let's get it all cleared out. And as you can see, it's predominantly drowned. You know, I'd say it's at least 90%. So it does pretty well, and it's still in the nighttime cycle. So they're in the swimming mode. And you can kind of see what I was talking about, where they get hung up right there. I need to push the whole farm over one block so that I can have a more smooth transition going all the way down. And it ends up, all the drowns that we had stuck in there, they slowly end up, you know, when it turns to this nighttime mode, as they go up and new zombies come in, they push these drowns over until they get to the end. So being an AFK farm, you know, more or less AFK, it ends up working out pretty well. It gets a decent amount of copper. And then we can also get additional XP from using all the enchanted armors and stripping it. We get quite a bit more XP. And yeah, all in all, it does pretty good. I just want you guys, it's about to happen, to see the transition of when it's nighttime and then it turns back to day. Because there is tons right now, a whole bunch of these guys that are way up high that are just like floating around. And once it turns to daytime, they all fall in. And the ones that have been falling at night are pretty much just the ones that have been, there's not enough room, so they get pushed out. And it's about to happen, not quite. How we doing? As soon as the sun starts to rise, all the guys that are swimming and stuck, they'll all get pushed out. Doesn't it look like they're holding something? No, it's just his gold armor. So again, someday, maybe, I'll actually get it so that it's completely flawless and there's not a bottleneck there. But it's not a true bottleneck, because they do eventually get through. It's just not quickly. All right, switch over. It's about to happen. Sun's arising. Switch to your other mode. But I have to say, the drowns, they've been really fun. All right, and it's switched. So all the guys that were swimming are now going to fall straight in. So it's kind of fun being able to use this farm on the day-night cycle and how it, you know, it differs. But I mean, look at that. If we look through here, we've got one zombie there. But all the rest of these, they're all drowns. So let's go ahead, clear them. because they're starting to hurt each other. And it's a good little farm. It's what I've actually been using to enchant all that armor. And while doing it, even though it takes a little bit longer, we are getting the output of copper as well. Now, here's the next thing. You can see what the predominant resource this stuff gives. And that, of course, is rotten zombie flesh. Well, there are ways of using that now that did not exist. Zombie flesh, you could eat it, and you could feed it to dogs, and that was pretty much all you could do with it. However, now, let's go ahead and grab all this. And this I was unaware of, but I was tinkering around, and I ended up coming across it. When you take, let's just empty all that out. When you take a potion stand and give it to a villager, they become a cleric. Well, the clerics will trade the zombie flesh for emeralds. So this farm ends up being an emerald farm as well. Plus, we're getting even more XP from this. So while it is not crazy efficient, you know, in every way, we're getting a lot of different resources. And meanwhile, this is all going on at our base. So all of our other farms are still, you know, going off. And it ends up, you know, not being a waste of time or anything like that. It ends up, you know, all kind of working out. If you're just bored and want to hammer away at stuff while your farms are going off. So I found it's a fun little, just like I said, little farm to use at the base when I'm just waiting for stuff to happen. Now, this brings me to, you may have noticed, that villager over there. After you do so many trades, it does lock you out. And he just unlocked. So let's go ahead and do a couple more trades with him just while he does it. And he will eventually, he doesn't drop much. He drops to, I think, 31 once he, likes you. But yeah, I end up getting locked out. So I think, and you can see, oh, he's going to do it again. A little bit more. Thanks for saving me that one, you jerk. But there are loads of other goodies, too, that we can buy from this guy that makes this type of, the clerics pretty good. We can get glowstone for pretty cheap, lapis. We can trade gold once we have a gold farm, so that could be cool. We can get redstone from them and bottles of enchanting. Somebody was telling me that you can actually hold bottles now and it will fill up XP. That's something new for me. Oh, and we can also trade glass bottles for emeralds. So lots of good potential things. Now, as you're doing all this, this farm ends up filling up again, and you go and rinse and repeat. It'll keep you busy. And I have had a blast with it. So, but anyway, what we need to do is get more clerics so that we don't end up getting a bottleneck of rotten flesh. So, and you can see I've got lots, and I've been trading with this guy. You get 2 emeralds per stack, and I'm still loaded up. I also threw some chickens in over here just so that we can get an egg farm going on. We're going to use that for a future project. So, this all being said, I, with this, made this little room. And this is also my sleep room. Sometimes you don't want to go through the whole night and you want the zombies to fall down. So I just go and sleep, and then all the guys that are swimming and kind of stuck until it turns daytime, they will all fall down. So anyway, this is going to be our villager room. It's very similar to that of our other villager trading system, but that's just, it's too far. It's too far having to go across the base, and if we leave a certain distance, these guys will despawn. So this is still right where the spawner is, and the spawner's still active. In fact, let me go video settings, fabulous, so that we can see, I think that's, yeah, we can see the spawner's still going off. So if we have a trader room right here, we'll be able to still continue to let the spawner go and use our farm, and, you know, nothing slows down. So we got to get villagers all the way over to this area. I did already spend the time digging out up here, and this is lighting that's just from the decorations. We could make it where they naturally wander over, but I don't think this is going to be the same as the librarians, where I got to worry about what items they trade. All we need to do is the rotten flesh. They may all do the rotten flesh, so I think we could probably just do a minecart going all the way. So I dug over this way. And then I dug over this way. Okay, and this should intersect up here with this little area of the base, which also I've been digging out. Like I said, I've been digging out in all the directions so we can add in future projects, and ends up being pretty good. Let's get a whole bunch of, you know what, the rails are up top. So, you know what? I'll finish showing you where this goes. So going on over here, and I think we can just bring the villagers over with minecarts just to fill it, and hopefully that should be enough. This is my old strip mine, and this goes up to the upper part of my base. Did I block this off? I guess I blocked it off. But anyway, right up here, let's just see. Right, going up over here. I don't know why I blocked this off. But anyway, this goes to my original base. And then if we go right over here, this little guy, and I've already set up the stuff around it. Let's just peek up here. This goes over to the edge up here, and this goes over to the edge of where our villagers are. So we have this little thing set up. If I flip this switch right here, we'll open up the fence, and the villagers that are sitting idly waiting to fall in that we had been using as librarians, we can get to, they'll go over here. I have a bed set up right there to hopefully encourage them to want to go this way. And then have them fall down. Where does it go? Right here. Have them fall down this shenanigans. So they're going to go. They have the trapdoors. And then they will fall down over to this way. So we got to add in something to prevent them from taking fall damage. And then we got to put in rails from here that will pick them up. And then send them on over this way and over to the new farm. So I think that should work out pretty well. We're going to need, we could do it with a bucket of water or some vines for the little fall damage thing. And then we need to get tons of minecart rails, which I think I still have loads of. Let's see, lava. Yeah, I think I brought them all up top. So why don't we start working on this and see if we can get some or all of those little slots filled in. We also need to make, let's get a whole bunch. Let's get these actually made ahead of time. Those and, what is it, cobblestone? All right, so I believe it was like this. Let's see if I can remember. Yep. All right, so bada boom. I think that should be enough. You know what? Let's make it 13 for luck. I don't know. Some people, that might be their lucky number. Don't judge. All right, let's run on down through here. And this guy, I leave here just to see if he can pull the aggro. It kind of doesn't seem like it works, like they don't see him through the water. But I have him there either way. That's initially why I said I got a villager over here. And I actually just did him by foot. All right, so for these, we can get them blocked off just by doing this. And they will not be able to jump over. Holy crap, I guessed right. I just totally guessed that. That is too funny. So there's 13 different slots. I may make another chamber here and rip this up and make that the enchanting room, because that's another thing that I am missing. I have anvils, but I don't have an enchanting room. But again, not super important. So this should be all good. The lighting levels should be all set. Let's go now head back. We can put all that shenanigans. We got to work on getting some more beacons too, because I'm getting out of my beacons range, which has been getting kind of annoying. And that's been another thing I've been working on too in the background. In one of the chests, you may have noticed I have a whole bunch of wither skeleton heads that when I have time, when I'm bored, I head over to our to the nether and just grind them out. We do have to spend some time though actually exploring the nether, which now that we have the elytra and now that I have the renewable gunpowder fixed, we actually can do a lot more exploring, which I would like to do very soon. All right, here we go. We made a crap ton of rails before. And you know what? Let's grab some glass too, because I'm sure I'll need it. Do I have vines in here? And this is all the stuff I got from, I talked about it in another episode, from trading with villagers. All right, let's plop back down. Beautiful. And let's get some vines. I think the vines will probably be the easiest and the least sloppy. So let's grab some vines and some buttons. Bada boom, and I think I keep those in my redstone. Bada boom, bada boom. All right, so that should be good. All right, so that being said, let's head back over and let's start to get all these rails in. Why don't we do a little speedy up bit for this? Right, let's get this working. Now, I tinkered around a little bit with a different way of doing this. I want to see. I don't know if it's going to work. I haven't tested it, but I don't know. It should be interesting. Anyway, let's get this little fall fixed. All right, and let's get the glass back on. But can I set it like that? All right, perfect, perfect. All right, so now they'll come in, but they can't go anywhere. I probably could even do something else and not use glass, but we'll leave that for now. Now, what I wanted to tinker with is a different way. I'm not very proficient in Minecraft Rails. Something I'd like to improve now playing Minecraft again, but, you know, we'll get to that. So what I wanted to play around with is there a better way without doing the squiggle wiggle of doing this? And I think this should work. We'll find out. If I have a dispenser here and I put, let's craft some minecarts. Bada boom. And nope. Boom. All right, there's 12. We need 13 at least. Let's see if we can fit those. All right, we can do even more. All right. Perfect. So we have 14 now. Let's do that one powered rail. And then let's have this go to a non-powered rail. And let's toss some minecarts in here. Hopefully I picked the right one. I couldn't remember if it's I think it's dispenser. All right. Let's put that there. If I hit this button, it should put out a minecart and then also power the rail. And then start to push it. Perfect. This is exactly what we want. Now, the question is going to be, will it actually pick up a villager? All right, so how the system works right now, to load in villagers to here, they come through, and we have loads of them right here. I can choose the direction by flipping the switch. If I open it that way, they come to here. And then for this one, unfortunately, I have to manually plop up there and open or close the gate. But that brings them over to this section. Yeah, I think we definitely have more than 13. Brings them to this section. And then if I flip this one, it'll open the gate for them to go into this chamber here, which we don't need to do. Or if I flip this one, they should go to our new minecart area, which it is so hard to see. So that's where the fall down is, right there. Yeah, so when we open this, they should start to walk this way. They see the bed, or if it's during the day, they see the job block. So they try and walk down to here. And then here's where I needed to set I think I was going to do a water source block. All right, cool. And then the bucket of water right here. And then this will naturally push them over. All right, cool. So I got to get out of here. Let's come back this way. Let me up. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Is this going to work? Let's open up. Oh, it's so close. Come on, just do it. Do it. Yes. All right, we got 2. Oh, of course. I was messing around with the vines, and I broke it. All right, there we go. So all these guys, they took a fall damage, but it's not a big deal. Let's get you guys all loaded up. All right, and now with a bunch of them there. Ha! It works! Oh, epic. So what is that? Crap, I wasn't counting. 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what? We have, as soon as the carts run out, that's when we know the time is up. All right, how many more? 5 more. Oh, see, it's not a far enough drop. You know what? We probably don't even need vines. We honestly don't. Or I could do it. See, they don't have enough momentum. All right, good enough for now. See, there's no babies here, which is why I moved them in ahead of time. But if there were babies, this would start to be more of an issue. All right, how many more? I think we had 1 extra. So fair enough. All right, so they are good now. They're all going to the bed now. Let's plop back up. Back up. All right, let's close this. You don't need any more sent that way. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. See, we just had to wait. It's probably nighttime right now. Let me check, and that's probably why they all started running towards the bed. Yeah, see? That's all we had to do was wait for nighttime. All right, let's get a sleep in. Bada boom. Now, they are changing. Can I trade with you while you're in a minecart? Oh, I can. So I don't even have to release them. I do not even have to. I thought that I had to before. I mean, there's no reason for them to be in a minecart, but I suppose it makes it easier. Anyway, trades. It looks like they all, at least thus far, are the same exact trade. You know, switch swapped. We just got to make sure they have the meat. The rotten meat. The spoiled meat. Rotten flesh. All right, good. 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 All right, we are all set. Is this guy on your head? Okay, he's not on his head. So what I can do is set a block there. It would probably be better if I set glass. Oh, perfect. We have glass. All right, let me set glass there above all their heads. Now, glass is important because it will prevent suffocation if they got, like, pushed into it for whatever reason. All right, and all right, which means I can then open up what's down everywhere else. But anyway, that other guy is not going to be able to fall in. I'll deal with him later. But more importantly, now that we have all that done, let's empty out all the shenanigans. Bada boom. And let's grab all of our spoiled meats. And now, no matter how much we have, hopefully, no matter how much we have, I'm sure we're still going to get limited. But, oh, you still haven't changed yet. What's your deal? I don't know if it's because of the other guy. Oh, see, it's a good thing we had that guy in a rail. We'll do a trade with this guy first. All right, so, boom, trade. All right, fair enough. That gave me enough. I can pick you back up. Oh, seriously, bro. More trades. All right, perfect. Set down the mossy. And... all right, eventually he will change. He will hopefully see it. But for everyone else, it looks like we are all set. So I can just start to go trade and go ham. And this, honestly, might be a better way for us to get emeralds. I mean, of course, we have the paper farm, but it's just yet another way. Because I go through emeralds, especially with the enchanting, so quickly. It's not even funny. Now, also having a group, like a room of these guys, I'm hoping that maybe they'll... I don't know if I'm going to have to knock out other blocks so they can communicate with each other. But if they gossip, we can hopefully get the trades. And it looks like it's not happening now. But we'll be able to get the... them to give better deals without having to trade a crap ton with them first. They'll just go ahead and gossip. So yeah, doing pretty good. We still got so many more to trade with, and everyone's converted except for this guy. So I'm sure he'll get around to it. And then this here, in conjunction with that, should prevent him from ever being able to wander out. So yeah, all in all, I think it's a pretty good system. I'm pretty happy with it. And now I can do my trades endlessly, getting copper, getting XP, and then just go trade away all of this dang dirty flesh immediately and then get loads of emeralds. So I think it's a pretty big score. Any way you look at it, this is a pretty decent farm and also a very good activity for my player to do while I'm letting all my other AFK farms just produce and do stuff. So pretty sick. Now for future stuff, we need to work on, like I said, a new hostile mob farm that can be closer to the base and be working better no matter where we are at the base. So that's on the to-do list. We still have to fix the witch farm, which is going to be, it's going to end up being huge once we start needing once I start running out of redstone, which we still have a very large supply. But eventually it'll give us glowstone, and also bottles, which doesn't matter that much, but it's just nice we don't have to waste glass, because glass is one of my favorite building blocks, as you can tell with all the farms we've been doing. So yeah, all in all, huge success. For these guys, I'm going to start working on designs for a drowned farm so that we can get the tridents and the nautilus shells. So that's coming up soon. Witch farm. And then there's a couple of other farms too. And then we can get to exploring new areas, which I think we can start to do next time anyway. Anywho, guys, I think that's going to about do it for today. Everything was a success. I am super happy with our new farm and happy that I finally get to reveal it to all of you. Make sure if you enjoyed the episode, it helps me out so very much if you smash that like button. Helps me out if you comment in the video. Also, make sure to give me any tips or tricks, because remember, while I am a Minecraft veteran, it's been a while, so I've missed a lot of these updates, and it's so much fun learning it all with you guys, all the stuff that I've missed. Also, make sure to go head over to the Discord. Come say hi. Lots of cool peeps there, including myself if you want to come say hello. And don't forget, we have world downloads as well. The last one was as of last episode, after getting our very first elytra. Anyway, I think that's going to about do it. So thank you all so very much for watching. I'll see you next time. And as always, peace out.